If you were born between 1976 and 1985, you are part of the most unique transition in human history. You aren't like the older generation who struggles to open a PDF, and you definitely aren't like the younger kids who get anxious if their phone screen goes dark for 5 seconds. You are standing right on the border of two completely different worlds, and there's a fascinating reason why your mind works the way it does. Scientists actually have a name for this forgotten sliver of time. They call you Xennials. Think back to your childhood. You are officially the last group of kids who grew up entirely analog. You remember renting physical tapes on a Friday night, rewinding cassette reels with a pencil, and waiting a whole week just to watch your favorite show on a box TV. Back then, if you made a stupid mistake in high school or had an embarrassing argument at a party, it just faded away. Nobody Snapchatted it, nobody archived it in a permanent file. Your mistakes blurred into distant memories, which is exactly how the human brain was built to heal. Your childhood was a safe story, not a digital record you have to live inside forever. But then, right as you were stepping into college and the real world, human civilization went through a massive plot twist. Practically overnight, cyber cafes popped up, flip phones became a thing, and social media completely rewired society. Because you hit this digital revolution in your early 20s, your brain was still flexible enough to master it effortlessly. You became the ultimate translator. You're old enough to remember the peace of a quiet, offline world, but young enough to navigate the chaotic internet matrix without breaking a sweat. You are the only bridge between the pre-internet past and the digital future. But carrying that bridge on your shoulders has a hidden cost that nobody really talks about. Right as you were trying to build your first real adult life, the economy crashed. You hit the dot-com bust of the early 2000s, and just as you started to recover, the 2008 financial crisis hit. Living through those brutal shakeups left a permanent scar on your psychology. That habit you have of keeping a strict backup plan, the constant need for an emergency fund that never feels quite big enough, and that quiet, lingering worry that everything could disappear tomorrow, that's not anxiety, boss. That is muscle memory. That's your mind remembering how hard it was to land on your feet when the ground kept moving. Today, you find yourself absorbing all the friction in the room. In the office, you are the one balancing the old school bosses who want rigid rules and the younger interns who want instant speed. You smooth things over, you keep the peace, and you hold everything together without anyone ever asking what it costs you. Psychologists call this emotional labor. You do it so naturally that you don't even realize how heavy that fatigue underneath really is. The truth is, most people only get to experience one version of reality in their lifetime. You got the seam. You got the exact place where one era of human life was stitched into a completely different one. You watched a quiet world end and a loud one begin, and you survived it all without losing your core identity. You are the rarest generation alive. Don't let the modern world make you feel ordinary. If this story finally gave a name to that hidden exhaustion you've been feeling, hit that like button and subscribe before you go.